at Kennesaw State. Coach had mentioned that he's one of those explosive and dynamic players, really athletic in transition and really fast and under control.
We're underway here in the McDermott Center. Cardinals in the home whites. Lions in their road blacks. Trey Miller, turnaround jumper, and it's good. He was one of those key players for us that we didn't get to mention because he's been the biggest bright spot for this team, a team that has had a lot of new faces come into the program, and the freshman from Houston, Texas, had one of his best games just a game ago.
That's right, leading the team with 17 points, hitting 5 for 5 of those free throws, 6 of 9 from the field goal range. He has a nice 168 points under his belt, career high of 21 versus OLLU, but again, fantastic shooting effort there, 45% from the field goal range, almost 80 from free throw, and 36% from the threes, as you saw him do earlier there.
Miller back in the post with 5, kicks it out to Dennis for 3, unable to hit, no good. Bouncing around, corralled there by Anderson, dishes it off, tries to finish, blocked at the rim by Dennis. Lions want a foul call, lob on the other end, unable to connect. Finish at the rim is Eastman. Finishes through the contact as Swaby went straight up. So 4-2 advantage for Southeastern here in the opening minutes.
See Trey Miller trying to be unselfish in that one, and Stephon Payne just couldn't quite get on the end of it there.
Payne draws the foul there as he went up. Nick Caldwell called for the foul. And this Cardinal team could easily be 2-2 in conference play instead of 0-4. Their 2 overtime thrilling games just did not go their way. First one coming up against Texas A&M Commerce on New Year's Eve. Had a shot to win it in regulation, failed to hit it, and then ended up losing that one. And then just this past Thursday, had a steal. Trey Miller had a chance to score with 10 seconds to go, but an offensive foul negated the bucket he made. So it ended up going into overtime, and the Privateers ended up prevailing on Thursday.
Tough lesson learned from him there. But again, the only way you learn those lessons is sometimes making mistakes. Either way, this Cardinal team has done a pretty good job of at least staying in the game, trailing, coming up big when needed.
There's Anderson drawing the foul on Dennis. Boogie Anderson, as we mentioned in the open, transfer from South Dakota. Started in all 17 games this year. Very versatile guard for head coach Kiefer. Says he moves him around, can have him play point, can even have him play the 5 if they need to go small. He splits a pair there. Last touch off of Matthew Strange. Cardinal basketball.
Something Coach Davey Kiefer had also mentioned that they have yet to beat UIW at home. You can see here on the court we have Devontae Dennis, Brandon Swaby, Jonathan Cece, Stephon Payne, and Trey Miller starting this one, working to catch up here with this Lion team.
18 different lineups last year for the Cardinals because they had a little bit of an injury bug. Played musical chairs with that lineup, and that's knocked down from three-point land. Matthew Strange. And a timeout quickly by head coach Carson Cunningham. 30-second timeout, as he did not like the first 3 minutes of this game so far.
Matthew Strange, one of those players Coach had mentioned, was just one of those guys who can sink shots. But, you know, most of your three specialists people consider to be more finesse players, but he's one of those guys who's nitty-gritty, tough, pesky to play against, and puts in a lot of time, even after, before practice, hours before or after, just making sure he really solidifies that shot outside the rim, excuse me, outside the arc.
Strange, a graduate transfer from New Mexico Junior College from the Woodlands, Texas. Last year played in 32 games, all of those coming off the bench. Both of his parents went to Southeastern Louisiana. His dad even played from 1987 to 89 on the Lions squad. Anderson down low, trying to back down Dennis. Kicks to the corner. Unable to hit there is Woodard. Quickly getting it up are the Cardinals. Nice Euro step from Jonathan Cece. Leading scorer for the Cardinals. Gets his first bucket of the day.
Nice fist pump there. Being pumped, rightfully so.
Another miss there from the Lions. Swaby this time with the jump step. Unable to hit. Offensive rebound corralled by the Cardinals. CC passes it to Swaby. Swaby to his right, kicks to the corner for Heyman. In and out, no good. Heyman saw some more extended minutes in the game against the Privateers. Boogie Anderson with a nice drive and lay-in. He's got 5 early points. Dennis now down low, goes to his right, and it rattles in. Seven to 10 advantage for Southeastern. Foul on the floor, and we'll take a timeout with them. Lions up early, 7 to 10 here in San Antonio. You're watching Southland Conference basketball on ESPN+.
At UIW, I get to do everything I want to do. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time of work so I can get faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can get further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of Louisiana.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick.
Choosing UIW was a natural decision because I grew up in Catholic education and wanted to be a mother. So much has changed in the world since I started, but my desire to help others has only grown. I'm leaving the UIW nursing program ready to serve. And though moving on is bittersweet, I look to the future knowing I'm prepared. My name is Avery, and I'm a proud BSN registered nurse.
Back here in San Antonio, Cardinals down 3 after the first break. Working it inside with Dennis now. Under 10 on the shot clock. Goes to his right, unable to finish. Offensive rebound by Dylan Heyman, and he finishes that one. Nice work there.
Back-to-back rebounds there from Heyman. He had a defensive rebound, brought it into transition, and then managed to make something of that offensive rebound.
Anderson up top. Nice crossover, spins back to his left and finishes. Working on Heyman there. And he's feeling himself early here in this ball game.
Boogie Anderson just red hot across the board, offensively and defensively.
CC for 3. Leaves that one a little short. Strange with the rebound. Probably the smallest guy on the court. Skying high for that rebound. Kraus pulls down the board as McFarland unable to connect on the floater. Miller directing traffic. Got a mismatch. Goes inside, unable to hit there. Lions have numbers. Anderson backing down Dennis again. Fall away jumper, unable to hit. CC from deep, unable to hit.
Good look, good movement there. Creating space, wise to take that deep 3. Just unfortunately there didn't sink it.
Slowing down the pace now are the Lions, setting up their half-court offense. Boogie Anderson with 10, gets it inside, and they're going to wave off the basket. Foul on the floor. Going to be on Heyman, his first, team's 3rd personal. Strange comes out of the ball game, as well as McFarland. Christian Agnew comes into the game. As well as Sammy Passy. His brother unable to hit from deep, and a foul there by Alec Woodard. Second team foul on the Lions. Up 3 here with 12:20 left to play. Luca Beret seeing his first action today. 3rd game as a Cardinal. He's got the ball with 10. Kicks it back to CC. Good defensive work by the Lions. A lot of tip passes there, and they cause a turnover. And a foul on the 3-point shot. Heyman picks up his 2nd. Commits the cardinal sin there. Found a 3-point shooter. And we'll have free throws coming back from a break. Lions up by 3 in San Antonio. Back in a few moments.
As a UIW student, I'm usually on the go, and I love every minute of it. From early practice to a full day of classes and activities, I am living the college experience I always wanted. The people that I've met here have inspired me and expanded my worldview. Because of them, I know that when the time comes, I'll be ready for the next chapter in my journey. Until then, I'm Jay, and I'm a proud accounting major and student athlete at the University of VE in Connecticut.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you. I'll get a picture real quick.
track of education and learning to be a nurse. So much has changed in the world since I started, but my desire to help others has only grown. I'm leaving the UIW nursing program ready to serve. And though moving on is bittersweet, I look to the future knowing I'm prepared. My name is Avery, and I'm a proud BSN registered nurse from the University of the Incarnate Word.
Back here in San Antonio, Madi Pieces with 3 free throws, fouled by Dylan Heyman on the 3-point attempt before the break.
One of those players you don't want to really make it to the strip, as he has an 83% free throw shooting percentage moving into this game.
Sophomore transfer from Missouri. This is a mouthful. Missouri State West Plains Community College. Thought he had gone to Missouri State and then West Plains Community College, but no, it's all the same school. Played in 30 games, 17 starts. A big 3-point shooter for Coach Kiefer.
Good hustle there from Kraus. Something we saw in that last play development that resulted in a turnover was nerves getting the best of this Cardinal team.
And a shot clock violation as Trey Miller could not get his shot up before the shot clock went off. So another turnover by the Cardinals. Only their 3rd in the early going. Lions yet to turn the ball over, though. Sammy gets a screen from his brother, gives it off to Boogie Anderson, blocked by Dennis. Great recovery by Devontae Dennis.
Great movement by the Lions, just better block.
Miller with the floater, unable to hit. Fighting for the rebound, ends up in the Lions' hand. Boogie Anderson able to finish on the other end.
Fantastic athleticism as well from Christian Agnew. Able to get that jumper pass into the hands of Boogie to make that point a reality.
17-9 now. Leads up to 8. Steal there by Boogie Anderson. 2-on-1. Gives it to Pieces. And another block. This time Jonathan Cece with the block. And a blocking foul. Foul on the floor. No continuation there for Dennis as he made the floater.
2 standouts so far. Clearly Boogie Anderson and Jonathan Cece. I mean, look at the way Anderson came out with speed. Ref was in the way, but he gave that pass off easy, no look, casual. Cece said, I don't think so. Coming back to make that happen.
CC a leading scorer for the Cardinals. 22 in the first 2 conference games. Missed the second time with A&M Corpus. Not the leading scorer versus New Orleans. Foul there inside. Dennis will go to the free throw line for 2. Second foul there on Pieces. Another look at that last play. Foul on the floor, excuse me. So another inbound play for the Cardinals. 14 fouls for both teams. Morgan trying to back down Sammy Pieces, and he does. Finishes with the left. And Josh Morgan gets his first bucket of the game, getting UIW into double digits, 17-11 deficit now. Anderson Makes Morgan fall, just can't drop the shot. And a foul on the floor. That one's going to go on Christian Agnew.
Is that a foul or a trip there by CC?
Either way, it's a foul. They're going to wipe that spot up that CC slipped at.
Cardinal squad has just as many attempts as the Lions. Unfortunately, just haven't executed as well. That's where this deficit comes from.
CC driving it in and lays it in. Jonathan CC can do it inside and out. Gets his second bucket of the game. Agnew unable to hit from deep. Looking for an illegal screen, not gonna get it. Ball looked like it was out of bounds. No whistle either way. Dennis almost able to blow the place open with a monster slam. Just gets rim checked. Looked like he had taken off from like the Southland Conference logo there in the paint. Tried to Air Jordan it. Yeah. Nice defensive play there by Josh Miller as that last one goes off of McFarland back to UIW.
Again, UIW known for their defensive efforts, showing up when it's needed. But again, this game is looking a little bit different than what we saw with this Cardinal team against New Orleans. That New Orleans game, they were end line to end line, transition after transition, and it's just not quite the same here. A little bit more delay from this Lions team as they also show up big defensively.
Both teams slow shooting night to get out of the gates. Miller inside to Morgan. Blocked there by McFarland. Able to save it as well. They're going to slow down the pace here. Pieces all the way and in. Sammy Pieces with a good take there. First bucket of the game for him.
Just a freshman from Paris, France. Coming in hot there with speed at the rim.
Dennis finishes with the left. Devontae Dennis putting in work down low. They got exploited against New Orleans in the paint. And there's McFarland on cue with an easy lay-in off the right block. 6-point lead for the Lions. Swaby trying to cut it in half. Overshoots it. Rebound by the Lions, going to slow down the pace once again. Pieces going to fire from deep. Back iron, no good. Offensive rebound there by Alec Woodard. Foul on Trey Miller, his second personal. Decision time for Carson Cunningham. Down 6 with 6:37 left. You're watching Southland Conference basketball.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick.
UIW student, I'm usually on the go, and I love every minute of it. From early practice to a full day of classes and activities, I am living the college experience I always wanted. The people that I have met here have inspired me and expanded my worldview. Because of them, I know that when the time comes, I'll be ready for the next chapter in my journey. Until then, I'm Jay, and I'm a proud accounting major and student athlete at the University of Louisiana.
Back here in San Antonio, head coach Carson Cunningham's squad down 6 with 6:37 left here in the first half. Dr. Carson Cunningham in his 5th year at UIW, previously coming from Carroll College, where he spent 5 years there, went 107-52, was the fastest coach to 100 wins in school history. And since he's been at UIW, 2 straight Southland Conference tournament appearances, was the 7th seed in 2021 and the 8th seed last year. Trying to get into the tournament for a 3rd straight year. 5 on the shot clock. Pieces unable to hit. And instead, it's cleaned up by Nick Caldwell, looking to finish off a 3-point play at the free throw line.
Watch that back here. Finding a way to get up in the rim. Height definitely advantage for him there.
Second personal on Devontae Dennis. He's going to stay in the ball game, as well as Trey Miller. Instead, Dylan Hayman subs out Dennis, but Miller's going to stay in with 2. And Dylan Hayman also has 2 fouls, so 3 Cardinals in potential foul trouble. Miller and Hayman cannot pick up a 3rd here with under 6 minutes left here in the first. There's a reason why Miller's got to stay in the ball game, is doing stuff like that, able to facilitate and score from inside the paint. Kick out, Strange, and he hits. Matthew Strange, 40% from downtown, knocks down that one. First double-digit lead for the Lions.
All those extra hours he's been putting in shows, no doubt.
Kraus tries to answer him, and he does. Nikki Kraus doesn't shoot the 3 ball particularly well, but much needed in that situation. McFarland, double dribble right there. Caldwell unable to handle that one.
Caldwell, one of those players that Coach Kiefer had said has been one of the best players the past few games. In fact, he's best when he's winning those offensive rebounds. We saw that happen, which got him to the free throw line earlier, just a few minutes ago. Looks like he's showing up on his A game tonight.
21 points in the last game versus Texas A&M Corpus. Miller leaves that one short. Rebound by McFarland. Boogie Anderson now with the ball. Going in on Hayman. Unable to hit there. Offensive rebound grabbed by Anderson. McFarland now for 3, and he knocks it down. Cashing in on the second chance opportunity is Roger McFarland. And 10-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Kraus again for 3. Same spot, same result.
Kraus, just a freshman from Germany, but showing up big, helping to close that gap.
Another three-point attempt. That one's off the mark. Foul on the rebound. It's going to be charged to Josh Miller. That's the sixth free throw, excuse me, seventh team foul. So there will be free throws on the other side of this break. 3:31 left here in the second.
At UIW, I get to do everything I want to do. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time of work so I can be better. I'm a friend in class, building a relationship with people who are helping me to balance. I'm a businessman, deciding to make a difference, pushing an extra mile so I can be great. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. I love you so much. He has no heart, no passion. He lives lost that way. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
Choosing UIW was a natural decision because I grew up in Catholic education and wanted to be a nurse. So much has changed in the world since I started, but my desire to help others has only grown. I'm leaving the UIW nursing program ready to serve. And though moving on is bittersweet, I look to the future knowing I'm prepared. My name is Avery, and I'm a proud BSN registered nurse from the University of the Incarnate Word.
Back in the McDermott Center. 30-23 lead for Southeastern Louisiana. Alec Woodard at the line. Graduate transfer from Austin Peay, front end of a 1-and-1. Able to knock it down. Played 80 games there at Austin Peay. Started 28 of them.
Coach had mentioned he's another one of those players who shows up hours before and sometimes stays hours after practice, along with Matthew Strange, working on those threes, perfecting his game.
77% free throw shooter, knocks down both. Increases the lead to 9. Miller, top of the key with 10, gives it off to Cece. Cece with 5, got to do something. Drives into his right, puts it up and in. What a play there from Jonathan Cece, finishing through traffic.
Huge play, almost didn't expect that one to go in.
6 points. Tied for the team lead with Nikki Kraus. And a blocking foul on Kraus. Christian Agnew went up, and he'll go to the line. Long, lengthy kid, 6'2", out of Detroit, Michigan. Another transfer from UTEP. Even before UTEP was at North Alabama. Started 45 games for them and led North Alabama his sophomore year with 12.8 points per game. Steal off the full court pressure, and Agnew finishes once again. 11-point lead now. Lions getting it done on both ends of the floor. Cardinals need some offense, and there's a foul inside before the travel. Coach Kiefer does not like the call once the travel. Says he did not come to a full jump stop. Foul credited to Agnew, his second foul of the game. He's going to stay in. Guarding Jonathan Cece right now. Morgan from the short corner. Backing down his man. And they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Everyone on the Southeastern bench on their feet for that charge.
Moments like that you just can't quite give away. This Cardinal squad has had quite a few turnovers so far. SLU's really been able to capitalize on them, and then you mix that in with some unwise fouls, and it's gonna be hard to close that gap.
6 turnovers for UIW, 8 points off of those turnovers. A steal there from Kraus. Got numbers. Cece tries to finish with the left. Instead, Dylan Heyman able to clean up on the miss.
Great hustle there by Heyman. Following up just in case for security. A little bit of soccer here on the court. Miller kicking that one out of bounds.
Almost into the booth on the opposite side. Probably 10 rows, maybe 12 rows up.
Luckily into the hands of a fan, rather into the face.
And a foul on the floor. That's going to be, if that's on Trey Miller, that's his 3rd foul. Lions are in the double bonus, and it is on Trey Miller. 3 fouls for the freshman. Just a game off of having 17.
It's always tough when you start acquiring those fouls so early. Limits your ability so early. Gonna have to shift his focus to being the passer, maybe not the driver.
He's going to take a seat with 1:32 left. Boogie Anderson at the line. Leads all scorers right now with 11 as he knocks down both of those free throws. Full court pressure by Louisiana.
Something they have done incredibly well. I mean, you can see the Cardinals struggling under that pressure.
Man to man. Kraus trying to back down his man. Able to miss and throw it off of McFarland. Good save there by Nikki Kraus, earning the Cardinals an extra possession.
Definitely the kind of players you want on your court who are going to give everything for every single ball. Smart play there.
Morgan to throw it in. Gives it to Kraus. At the left block. Behind the back pass to Heyman at the block as well. Unable to finish is Heyman. Rebound by Sammy. And Anderson's going to call a timeout for Southeastern Louisiana with 51.2 left. Trying to draw up a play before the end of the half.
You know,
can't take that 4th timeout into the second half, so might as well use it now.
You know, Coach Kiefer is feeling pretty good about this lead going into the second half. I mean, you've seen it before. They are just like the Lady Lions in that they have not beaten the Cardinals at home under his tenure. So something that he's really been hoping to break that historical record tonight, and he's right on track to do so.
Yes, 44-63 as the head coach for Southeastern in his 4th year. Coming off the most successful year in program history, was the Southland Conference Coach of the Year. Only the second person to do it. The first was Billy Kennedy in 2004. Was the number 2 seed and just fell a game short, like you mentioned, Katie. Texas A&M Corpus Christi winning in that Southland Conference championship game. But they did wonderful stuff that year. Broke the school record in points scored, 3-point makes, and free throw percentage. He's come a long way since his first year, where they lost 6 conference games by 6 or less. Anderson has got to put it up. Shot clock winded down. Gives it to Agnew, unable to get it off before the shot clock expired. So a good defensive hold there for the Cardinals.
Applying just the right amount of pressure. Agnew sinking it, but fortunately doesn't count for him there.
0.6 difference between shot and game clock, so this will likely be the last possession, as the Cardinals are going to try and hold for the final shot. CC being guarded by Anderson. Calls for a screen. They're going to double. Morgan gives it to Swaby. Pump fakes. Driving all the way. Foul and the basket. Brandon Swaby finishes at the rim through contact with 2.3 left.
Great play there. Lots of patience coming from UIW on that one. But again, it did eat up quite a bit of time. Only 2.3 seconds left. Got to feel good to be on the stripe on this one.
Strange comes into the ball game as Agnew picks up his 3rd personal. Swaby completes the 3-point play. Anderson quickly up the floor. Running 3-point floater is no good. But it doesn't matter as we go into the half with the Lions up by 8. Get you some stats and highlights from that first half. But Southeastern up on Incarnate Word here in San. One being Agnew with 3. And the other being Medi Pieces with 2. Lions will start the second half with the ball. And we are underway. Coach Kiefer knows this Cardinal team is going to be hard to put away, as they're in just about every game, win or lose.
That's right, and Coach Kiefer also had a lot of great things to say about Dr. Carson Cunningham. When I said, who are you watching on that Cardinal side, he said, Coach Cunningham, because he is one of the best in the league, in the conference. And that's when he went on to say he's never won against the Cardinals at the Cardinals court.
Had to say he's always got a couple tricks up his sleeve. Air ball there from McFarland. CC driving in, kicks it to Kraus. Gonna set it back up. Driving left. Gonna back down Strange. Big size advantage. Strange falls down. Looks like he got hit in the face. Either way you put it, Cardinals 2 for 2 to start the second half. Exactly what the doctor ordered.
That's right. Best way to start, and good old Nicky Kraus taking advantage of his height there.
Nice pass there from McFarland. A couple chances. That one blocked by Payne. Still with the Lions, though.
Nice clean block there from Payne. Getting that ball in possession. We'll watch this back. A sea of white. Cardinals making themselves competitive around the rim, making that impossible there for the Lions.
McFarland had a chance on the initial dish from Anderson, and now Anderson unable to handle the dish there from Caldwell. And The Cardinals can cut it to a one-possession game right here. So despite being down most of that half, largest lead being 11 for the Lions. Dennis goes up and cuts it to 2. Points in the paint. Still remains the name of the game here for the Cardinals as they're setting up in a 2-3 zone now.
We've seen this time and time again from the Cardinals and from a lot of these teams in the conference in general, just mere 2 possession differences in who takes the win or the loss.
And a foul there on 23. That's Stephon Payne, his first personal. Dennis was there in on the play, trying to draw a charge. So you get scared if you're a Cardinal fan. Anytime you got a guy taking a charge and you hear a whistle, because you don't know if it's going to be a blocking foul or a charging call. But Caldwell's at the line, 76% from the free throw stripe on the year, knocks down both, pushes the lead back to 4. Kraus running the point. They get it inside, doubled as Dennis. Nice dish there to Kraus. Good cut there from Nicky Kraus. A nice find from Devontae Dennis. Good hands there. And anticipation from CeCe. Strange open for 3. Nice pump fake. Fires the second time and it's good. 3 for 4 from deep is Strange. Five-point lead once again. Swaby unable to hit the floater. Lions pushing the pace. Strange dribbles it back out to Farland. Excuse me, Anderson. Strange thought about the 3. Gives it to McFarland now. 5 on the shot clock. Driving baseline. Tries to kick it. Anderson this time. And an offensive foul with 1 on the shot clock.
Fantastic work there from the Cardinals. Great defense from Stephon Payne, giving him his space, but using that height to just completely shut down any opportunities for getting to that rim, playing it smart. We got this high press defense coming from this Lion team. Makes it difficult to really get out on the other side of the court, but they really need to take advantage of the space that's offered by having those 2 players up high, working with a quick transition.
And a timeout taken by Carson Cunningham, and we'll take it with him. 6:15 left. Lions still up 5.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost out there. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
Just the start to the second half. If you were trying to draw it up by the Cardinals coaching staff, 4 for 5 to start the second half, hitting 5 of their last 6 as they hit that last field goal before the half ended. Krause trying to back down Strange. Big size advantage once again. Unable to hit. Tip in there. Finished by Stephon Payne III. And it's a one-possession game once again.
We've seen this quite a bit in this game so far, having that additional support as they go up to the rim, ensuring that those shots go in, and it's really working to the Cardinals' advantage.
Stephon Payne III running the floor, and a foul. He'll shoot 2. Getting it done on both ends, finishing on the cleanup end with the tip in, and being a rim protector on the other end. And we'll take another break as we hit another media timeout. Stephon Payne III will be shooting free throws once we come back.
As a UIW student, I'm usually on the go, and I love every minute of it. From early practice to a full day of classes and activities, I am living the college experience I always wanted. The people that I've met here have inspired me and expanded my worldview. Because of them, I know that when the time comes, I'll be ready for the next chapter in my journey. Until then, I'm Jace, and I'm a proud accounting major and student athlete at the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
Choosing UIW was a natural decision because I grew up in Catholic education and wanted to be a nurse. So much has changed in the world since I started, but my desire to help others has only grown. I'm leaving the UIW nursing program ready to serve. And though moving on is bittersweet, I look to the future knowing I'm prepared. My name is Avery, and I'm a proud BSN registered nurse from the University of the Incarnate Word.
Back in San Antonio, Stephon Payne III at the line. Shooting 2. Able to knock down the first. 70% from the free throw line. Recently inserted into the starting lineup. Got his first start at home here against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Started this game and as well against New Orleans. Big part of it being so good inside, being a rim protector and getting offensive rebounds. Great defense there from Payne and Krause, able to turn the Lions over. And they have a chance to take their first lead since they scored the opening bucket.
Really smart defense from Stephon Payne as well, and that's something we've seen consistently from him, just being patient, knowing he has a height advantage and that he really doesn't have to force anything. I think it just took him a little bit to get the hang of it as a freshman, and that's just the way it is sometimes. But once you start, you know, picking up and getting on fire, that's when things get fun.
5 on the shot clock. Jonathan Cece going after Strange. Turnaround jumper as time expires. Leaves it short. Rebound by McFarland. Anderson. Doubled with Cece. Now vacated as Payne. Tries to find McFarland. Just a little bit too late. As Anderson finds McFarland for his 9th point of the game. Quickly answered as Jonathan Cece continues his great game. Another game in double digits for him. He's got 10.
Got to hand it to CC. Just such an intelligent player. Knows how to get into the paint without drawing the foul and just staying in this game, helping his team. Getting a rebound there.
CC kicks Kraus. Dennis. Swaby. Back to Kraus. Open three. He usually hits it from that spot. And he does. First lead since it's 2-0. Some energy in the McDermott Center. Trying to get their first win at home in the new year, as well as trying to get their first result in Southland Conference play. 3 out of the 4 losses by single digits, 2 of them in overtime. Long way to go, but they're up 2 as we approach the 13-minute mark now. Dennis goes in on Anderson, and an offensive foul drawn by Boogie Anderson. Cardinals want to flop there. Not going to get it, and that's going to be Dennis's 3rd.
Unfortunate there for Dennis. I mean, it's good to see this Cardinal team make the comeback, and that's what we had been talking about this entire time, of how it's just so hard to maintain a lead in this league because it's usually really close. In fact, we actually had this Lions men's team break an NCAA record, closing a 20-point gap and coming back for a win, a buzzer-beating win, all with only 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they had a 29-8 run in the final 450 against Campbell at home. An incredible comeback victory, capped off by a 3-pointer. Excuse me, it was Boogie Anderson's floater with .3 left that won him that game. And there's another Boogie Anderson floater right there to tie this ball game.
Showing up with that athleticism, interesting shooting form. Bit of a wave goes through the body before the ball leaves his hand. Some sort of method to the madness there.
Out of bounds, going to stay with the Cardinals. Some jawing back and forth with Boogie Anderson and the referee. Everyone on the southeastern side with their hands in the air after that call. Just the intensity of conference play. Doesn't matter what conference you're in, whether it's the SEC, the Big 12, or the Southland. The margin between victory and defeat is so slim, as we mentioned in the open. 2 straight overtime wins for the Lions. Got to put it up with one. Doesn't see the shot clock. Doesn't get it off is Miller. And a turnover.
We've seen this a couple times from the outside arc for the Cardinals. Just a little bit of hesitation.
Anderson inside. Good defense by Payne. Pieces to pieces. Sammy now with the ball. Pops a 3 and he hits. Sammy Pieces only hits 26% from behind the arc. Was 1 for 1 right there, and that's all that matters. Called for the foul on Miller. His first personal, team's 3rd. And we'll take a break. Back and forth we go between Cardinals and Lions. 11:35 left here in San Antonio.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
11:35 left here in the second half. Cardinals down only 3 now after being down by 8 at the break. Miller backing down Pieces and finishes over Sammy Pieces.
Miller there getting a little bit of his rhythm back.
Anderson called for the travel. Turnover by the Lions. Only their 8th turnover of the game. Both teams limiting their turnovers as the turnover margin is even. Cardinals going back to what worked last possession. Kick out to Heyman, and he hits. Count the basket. Foul was not on Heyman. It was going to be down low on Sammy Pieces. Well, they're going to discuss this. Another look at the Heyman 3.
Hard to see too much there, but it's definitely all net. Definitely well-deserved 3 points for Heyman.
So instead of Sammy Pieces called for the foul, it's his brother, Mahid. No, never mind. They're actually going to go back to Sammy Pieces. Another look. The foul is down low. Yeah.
Yep.
His brother was guarding Heyman. That was clean. 2-point lead now for the Cardinals. Kraus backing down McFarland, unable to hit. Stephon Payne is called for the foul on the rebound as he was able to put it back in. So no basket, second foul on Payne.
Again, this is why I say I'm so glad I'm not a ref, because I don't know that I would have called that one. Great effort there by Kraus setting it up.
Pieces for 3. No good. Offensive board by McFarland. and ties it right back up. No one boxed out McFarland. And Roger is able to get another bucket. That puts him into double digits at 11. Foul inside there. Caldwell hacks Payne. Smart play as Payne was about to have an easy slam. Second foul on Nick Caldwell, team 5th for the Lions.
So far 3 for 4 for free throws tonight.
Knocks down the first. Strange comes out of the ball game as Woodard comes back in. Misses the second. So he splits a pair there. 1 point lead for UIW. Offensive rebound off the Caldwell miss. Lions got a second chance opportunity. McFarland. Pieces. Caldwell again. Spins to his right. Tries to finish. A lot of contact there. And he'll head to the line. Foul call on Heyman, his third.
We'll look back at it here. This looks like a painful foul, but not too bad. Gets back up, back on the line, ready to put it away. Something Coach had mentioned was not only is he good from the outside the arc, but he's a real gritty guy.
Played every game the last 2 years. One of 2 guys that's been with Coach Kiefer all 4 of his years.
Kiefer had mentioned he loves having him on the court because he knows exactly what his expectations are, and he's really good at putting those ideas into play.
He doesn't get too many starts, but he has that trust from his head coach, which gives him the opportunity to play a lot of minutes, especially down the stretch. CC, as the clock goes under 5. Free throw line, in and around and in again. Jonathan Cece continues to make tough buckets and regains the lead for the Cardinals.
CC, one of those players so good at taking that step back, giving himself a ton of space, and sometimes when the shot comes off, you're not totally sure if it's actually going to go in. There's just not a ton of arc or leverage, but he manages to get it in every time.
Kraus, he sure loves that spot on the floor. 2 for 2 from this side of the floor. 2 for 2, same spot on the other side of the floor. Another 3, quickly responded by Mehdi Pieces. Nothing comes easy for any Cardinal team, especially here in the McDermott Center. 1 point game still. Kraus looking for someone to help. Gets it to CC. 10 on the shot clock. Step back 3. Leaves it short. McFarland with the rebound. Slowly bringing it up the floor as we go under 8 minutes here in the second half. Leading scorer for the Lions, Anderson, gives it to Pieces. McFarland has a lane, unable to finish. Offensive rebound still available. And Woodard unable to grab it as it goes into the southeastern bench. And we'll hit another media timeout. Cardinals now up 1 with 7:41 left. You're watching Southland Conference basketball on ESPN+.
As a UIW student, I'm usually on the go, and I love every minute of it. From early practice to a full day of classes and activities, I am living the college experience I always wanted. The people that I have met here have inspired me and expanded my worldview. Because of them, I know that when the time comes, I'll be ready for the next chapter in my journey. Until then, I'm Jace, and I'm a proud accounting major and student athlete at the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at. You made me so.
Choosing UIW was a natural decision because I grew up in Catholic education and wanted to be a nurse. So much has changed in the world since I started, but my desire to help others has only grown. I'm leaving the UIW nursing program ready to serve. And though moving on is bittersweet, I look to the future knowing I'm prepared. My name is Avery, and I'm a proud BSN registered nurse from the University of the Incarnate Word.
Back in the McDermott Center, UIW with a 1-point lead over Southeastern, 58-57. A big reason why is because Nicky Krause is having himself a day.
That's right, putting up 16 points, 4 for 4 on outside the arc, 100%. Matt Hott, 6 of 9 field goal points. I mean, this guy is killing it. 4 rebounds as well, really stepping up big for his team.
And all of those three-pointers have come on this near side. That near side wing right where the volleyball line crosses the three-point line. Miller backing down. Woodard unable to hit. Rebound still alive, and Woodard able to corral it. Good offensive possession, good look. Just unable to finish there is Miller. McFarland. Pieces. Gonna fire from deep. Just grazes the front of the rim. Loves to shoot the three. Is Pieces. Hasn't shot it particularly well.
Great steal there from Caldwell.
Anderson leading the Lions in scoring at 13. Wants a foul there, unable to. Last touch off of Heyman. Lots of talking with the referees. Anderson as well as Coach Kiefer trying to plead their case for a foul there. At least a call in the future. Either way, they got a fresh 20. Woodard for three, and he hits. Alec Woodard, grad transfer from Austin P with a huge shot. Puts them back up two.
Exactly what the Lions needed in that moment.
Krause. Dennis. Cardinals want to flop, don't get it. Krause now with 8. Follow-away jumper, no good. And good foul there as Anderson was going to blow by Krause for an easy layup. So 5th foul on the Cardinals for the half. Only Nicky Krause's 2nd personal. So the only real guys in foul trouble for the Cardinals are Miller, Dennis, and Heyman with 3. And then Agnew with 3 for the Lions, but he hasn't played since the first half. Anderson going right at Dennis, and it called for the foul. That's his fourth. And Boogie Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Anderson has this unique ability to draw that foul. He's just been a standout player, I think, across the board tonight. Leading the court, 13 points. About to add to that stat sheet here.
Knocks down his first free throw. 4 for 5 today from the free throw line. Much better than his 56% on the year. Dennis comes out of the game. Heyman comes into the ball game. Knocks down both, extends the lead. 2-4. He's got 15 tonight. 5:30 left. Cardinals need a response. They go to Jonathan Cece, and he hits a 3.
You can always leave it to CC to show up in those big moments. He does this time and time again, and it's gonna sound like a broken record, but that's why he's one of the best.
Huge transfer that Carson Cunningham got. Woodard tries to hit him as well, and he does. Woodard, another key 3 here in this late stretch. He's got 8 points, leads back to 4.
It's looking like a battle of the threes at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if Nikki Krause makes a reappearance on the court before this 4 minutes runs out.
And a foul on the floor. Gonna be called on Woodard. Second personal. 6-team foul. So fouls by either team will put either team as well at the free throw line. .430 left. Payne inside, backing down Caldwell, spins to his right, and he hits. Huge shot from Stephon Payne III. He's got 8 points, back to a 2-point game. Anderson, and he finishes in traffic like no one else. Very athletic, explosive player. He's got 17, leads all scorers. Miller taking on Woodard. Going to his left, trying to find some space, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch off of Miller. And we'll hit our last timeout of the game. 3:48 left here in San Antonio. Lions up 4. Don't want to miss the end of this one.
At UIW, I get to be everything I want to be. I'm a student athlete, putting in the extra time and work so I can go faster. I'm a friend and classmate, building relationships with people who are helping me cross the finish line. I'm a business student, preparing to make a difference in the workplace, pushing the extra mile so I can go further. And now, I'm ready for the next leg of my journey. My name is Kyle, and I am a proud graduate of the University of the Incarnate Word.
You have a great look. Let me just tell you that. I know you don't know me yet, but I want to work with you.
I'll get a picture real quick. He has no heart, no passion. He looks lost now. Yeah, thanks, man.
Just once more, and you came and you took control. You touched my very soul. You always show me that loving you is where it's at.
The decision to leave my hometown and transfer to UIW was a big leap of faith for me and my family. But it was the best decision I've ever made. Now, I'm thriving at UIW as a member of an Emmy-winning collegiate broadcast team. I'm part of a supportive, diverse, and exciting community where I'm able to truly make a difference. My name is Abigail, and I'm a proud communication arts student at the University of the Incarnate Word.
As head coach Carson Cunningham says, every game is a war. That's been the motto of this Cardinal team. Doesn't matter win or lose, they're in just about every single ball game. 10 games have been decided by single digits for the Cardinals. 6 of them by 2 possessions. The only problem for the Cardinals is they're 3-7 in those games and 2-4 in games decided by 2 possessions. Need a result here.
Another great hustle there from Stephon Payne, getting back to catch that long pass. Clearly the plan was trying to catch Cardinals off guard. Didn't quite work. He came in, returned the favor, ended up at the stripe.
Foul's called on Nick Caldwell, so 1-1. And hits every part of the rim, but unable to roll in. Foul on the rebound, so we'll walk 90 feet and try it on the other side of the floor. That was on Dylan Hayman, his 4th foul, so 2 Cardinals with 4 fouls. Heyman and Dennis both on the bench. Kraus comes in to the game. McFarland at the line, 76% on the year from the free throw line. First free throw up and good. Hits the front end of the 1-1. He's got 12 points tonight.
Roger McFarland, actually 4th in the Southland Conference for rebounds. Had 116 going into this game. Looks like he can handle it at the stripe as well.
Knocks down both. Junior college transfer from Dodge City Junior College. Extends the lead to 6. Cardinals need a bucket here. Swaby with 10, gets it back to CC. 5 on the shot clock, guarded by Anderson, goes to his right, pull up Jay, in and out, no good. Rebound Payne, taken away by McFarland. Sammy Pieces, and fouled on the dribble. Payne called for the foul, his 3rd. And more free throws. 19 for 20 are the Lions from the line. 5 for 8 is Incarnate Word.
Not an unwise foul there from Payne, but again, still 3 minutes left on the clock in the bonus round.
In and out, no good. Woodard on the other side of the floor, trying to get the rebound, able to come back. So no numbers in transition. Clock under 3 minutes. Miller doubled at the top of the key. Kraus with 9. Miller now with 5. Goes right, pump fake. Good hands there from Boogie Anderson with the steal. Key turnover there. Number 12 of the ball game. Scoreless the last 2 minutes are the Cardinals. Anderson working on Miller with 5. Tries to find his man Caldwell. Lions looking for a tip call. Referees are gonna discuss it, and they're gonna stay with the call on the floor. And a timeout is taken by the Cardinals. Their third of the game, 1 remaining for the Cardinals, 3 remaining for Southeastern Louisiana. 2:06 left, down by 6. Got to think this one's going to be in the hands of Jonathan Cece or Nikki Kraus.
Absolutely, both players red hot so far, and you know, when you look at this team and the comeback that they've made, it just doesn't seem very characteristic of them to let this one go easy. 2 minutes on the clock, plenty of time to close this down. As you see, two possession game here, making the difference between tying it up, going to overtime, or taking the win. Now, interesting thing here from this Lions squad, quite a few seniors graduated out of this class, so seeing a couple new faces here on the court, some big guys who left the program. Gus Okafor, Jalen Hinton, and Keon Clergot, who led the team in points last season. None of those players here on the court, but something Coach Kiefer had mentioned is, you know, guys are stepping up big offensively. A lot of people weren't sure what was going to happen with those changes, but he said even over the offensive success that they've had, he thinks they can be even better defensively.
A lot of key players lost, like you said, but new squad's been coming together, playing well as of recently, and be a big win if they're able to hold on to this 6-point lead for this final 2:06, as they've never won in San Antonio under Coach Kiefer. Every time he comes down here, they've always beaten the Islanders of Corpus Christi, but never beaten the Cardinals here in San Antonio. Kraus with 10, looking for it, deflected by McFarland. Cece gives to Kraus, he always hits it from that spot, and he did it again. 3-point game, 90 seconds left.
Kraus coming up big, getting people standing up out of their seat on that one, and you think the Lions would learn by now, don't let Kraus have the ball at that spot anymore.
Pieces hits. Ice in his veins as he hits a mid-range jumper there. As we now hit a minute left. 71-66. Miller. Kraus now with 15. Spins to his left. Layup. Unable to hit. Loose ball. McFarland's got it. And they're going to get a timeout. Great awareness by the Lions. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Kiefer. Lions exhausted.
Only 44 seconds on the clock, and only makes sense for there to be bodies on the floor at this point.
44.2. 71-66 advantage for Southeastern. Most likely foul time. If you're Coach Carson Cunningham, gotta be able to create more possessions. Down 5, 2-possession game. You can't really let 29 seconds run off the shot clock.
Absolutely not, but you know this Lions squad is determined to break the UIW home court curse. Unfortunately, the Lady Lions were not able to do so earlier today, but here, this men's team has a chance to do just that. They can hold off for just another 44 seconds.
And we had asked Coach Kiefer if he thought there'd be, what's he got to do to make sure there's not an emotional letdown, because you go on the road to the defending the defending Southland Conference champs, team that beat them in the conference championship game and made sure they couldn't go to the NCAA game. Wanting a foul there were the home fans. double team there. Caldwell gonna slam, misses it, but there's a foul on the floor. Jonathan Cece called for the foul. So Woodard will go to the line for a 1-and-1. First foul on Cece, 9th team foul. So the next foul on UIW means the Lions are shooting 2.
In that transition there, a lot of people wanted a foul on Alec Woodard. Looked like he had put the basketball into the chest of a Cardinal player to create some space, but wasn't called for it.
Couple subs for the Cardinals. Heyman and Kraus come into the game. Swaby and Dennis come out. Woodard at the line, 77% from the free throw line. 2 for 2 today. Here's a huge one. Front end of a 1-and-1. Got it. So 6-point game can increase it to a 3-possession game with a make here. And he does. Knocks down both. Timeout. Coach Kiefer going to set up his defense with 32.8 remaining. Late game situations just have not been so nice to the Incarnate Word Cardinals this year.
It's like they get so close, and it's usually around the 3-minute mark that it begins to slip away just a bit. But again, I mean, 32.8 seconds, anything can happen. I think the move here is get it into the hands of Kraus, who's red hot leading the court tonight. 19 points, all on his own. 100% from outside the arc.
5 for 5 is Kraus. Team shooting 7 for 15 from three-point land. Get it into Miller. Miller dribble, handoff, fakes it to Cece. Drives it in, kicks to Cece. Step back 3, gives it to Miller. Heyman for 3, he can knock it down, and he does. 17.8 left, 4-point game. Got a foul. They're gonna trap. Long pass, stolen by Payne. And they're gonna call a tripping foul on Anderson. So 12 seconds left. We'll take another look at that last sequence.
All rim, I was gonna say all net, but bounce off the rim and hit the net there for Heyman.
Subs coming in. Dennis for Heyman. Kraus comes out as Swaby comes in.
Interesting
little
choice there.
Defense, offense for defense. Payne comes to the line, front end of a 1-and-1. 4 for 7 today. Hits the first, nothing but net. So a 3-point game. Don't necessarily have to miss this one. And he hits it. Silky smooth, 2-point game. They get it into McFarland. They trap, and they're gonna call a timeout. Their final timeout, 9.1 left. Incarnate Word decided not to foul the last 2 times. Did a good job of doubling, able to create a steal that led to the Payne free throws.
Smart move there. 9 seconds left. You can get a shot off with that.
So Coach Kiefer's got to draw up an inbound play that's going to get the ball to one of his players before a 5-second call. Can't turn the ball over if you're the Lions. But you got to also get it in. Be interesting to see what the Cardinals decide to do, if they decide to foul or continue with this trap method. You only got 9.1 left. And if you've got to foul someone, it's a steal or foul. Cardinals do have a timeout left in their pocket, though. Woodard taking the ball out, gets it into Anderson. Got a foul, Miller does. His 4th personal, 7.4 left. And Wright, probably the guy you want at the line percentage-wise, because Boogie Anderson is 56% on the year. He's got to shoot 2 either way, so that's the reason for the tussle at the line. 5 for 6 today. Hits it. 3-point game.
Despite the effort of the crowd to distract him from that one, he stayed calm, collected under pressure.
And this is going to be the final timeout taken by Incarnate Word. 7.4 left. Basically, this is just like icing the kicker. Trying to ice the free throw shooter from making it a 4-point game, as it's 74-71. Trying to get Boogie Anderson to think long and hard about this free throw attempt, as well as drawing up a full court play that can hopefully send this one into overtime.
Anderson, who's been pretty consistent so far at the free throw line tonight, 6 for 7 so far. Odds are not in the favor of the Cardinals on this one.
Comes from South Dakota. Played 49 games there, 17 starts, all Summit defensive team. Biggest free throw of the game. Crowd getting into it, and he buries it either way. So a 4-point lead, 7.4 left. Coach Kiefer signaling not to foul. No matter what you do. Kraus gives it to CC and unable to hit, and that's how the ball game will end. Another close game, but yet another close defeat for the Cardinals. First